can't speak with someone speaking English, German, or some other language. Or there are places with very, very different business models. And ourselves, we are competing with a couple of global players, companies who are seated in France, US, Britain. And what I can see as our big advantage is flexibility. There are companies, that French company called Gameloft, they can't really do too much business in Ukraine because the business model in our sector is so different that their lawyers can't agree, that they can't really go there. But for us, it's something we are willing to risk, including the consequences. One last remark. It has been mentioned here, or almost implied, that the companies from within the territory are not that ambitious in going international, in regional expansion. What I'm seeing is it very much depends on your home market. If you're from Estonia, your home market is so small that you can't really think at the very beginning that it will be your home market forever. Expansion is in your very first business plan. In places which are larger, especially Russia, but maybe also to some extent Poland, do you think that it's kind of enough? And even if expansion is in your business plan, it's not your focus. There's always something more important happening on the home market. So that's I think that's one of the biggest inhibitors of expansion of regional companies within the region.
Right. Thank you very much, gentlemen. We have a remark from the shadow member. Yeah. Thank you.
Just to add one comment, one additional argument. I think also time delay is something that has to be taken into account, that not all markets in the region have the same demand in the same product at the same time. So yes, it's great to think that, for instance, gaming is working it's very, very hot in Poland. Unfortunately, Romania is going to be 2 years later, and in Bulgaria 3 months ahead. I guess this is also a very difficult thing to plan and to make work for the region as a whole.
So back to heterogeneous factor of the region. I'm pretty surprised nobody mentioned cultural differences as such, because I believe cultural differences make up a big factor. Actually, until like 2002 or 2003, there hasn't been a successful expansion Poland-Czech or Czech-Poland. Is that correct? Pretty much. Because the cultures are very different. And I'm pointing to Tomáš, because Tomáš Čekovič, before he founded MCI, actually had an experience with expanding from Poland to Czech, and he lost some money. You want to comment?
No, in my case, it's much easier because my grandfather was Romanian and Čechovič is a Czech name, yes, and I live in Poland. This is the reasons why we are successful. And my family is coming from Ukraine because Polish people before the Second World War live in Ukraine. And that's why we will be successful in approaching Central Europe. But I agree, that's difficult.
Thanks. I saw a question. Do we have a microphone? Thank you. So Tomáš lost $1 million on the unsuccessful expansion. Anyway, I love unsuccess stories. I love unsuccess stories because you can really learn from them. You have a question?
Thank you. My name is Jan Kober. I'm coming from Slovenia. I'm an investment manager at Poteza Innovation and Growth Fund. I also want to make one remark on the barriers. I think it's largely due to the lack of critical mass of entrepreneurs, because all these countries have been a part of different systems. And I hear in Silicon Valley or in Oxford, in UK, everyone has a business plan in his back pocket. This is just not the case in these countries. And these generations are coming. It's the 21-year-olds that we are seeing today that are going to be the managers and CEOs and founders of these kind of companies. So I think it's to a large extent also a consequence of this. My question to the speakers today is, when we're speaking about Southeastern Europe, obviously Czech Republic, Hungary, Romania, Bulgaria, these are the main countries on the radar screens of all the large regional VC funds with local presence. My question is, how do you see sort of a western part of the Balkans, countries of former Yugoslavia primarily, which is all together quite a big market in comparison to Romania and Bulgaria, but maybe all the borders scare people off when they take a look at the map. And my question is, do you see larger VC funds having a local presence there? Do you see those markets interesting? And what are the reasons? Yes or no? Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'm sorry, before I give the floor to you guys, I just remembered an old joke that I really love that refers to your first part about entrepreneurship. The joke very quickly says that there are two guys graduating from Harvard, one American, one German, and the American guy goes immediately and starts up a new company because otherwise his girlfriend would leave him. And the German guy immediately comes back to Germany and applies for a job at Siemens because otherwise his girlfriend would leave him. And that kind of illustrates the level of entrepreneurship, entrepreneurism, or whatever, that's a bad word. And I think we're a lot closer to Germans, right, Michael? In that perspective. Anyway, Southeastern Europe, Western part, how do you see it, guys? Investors or advisors? Edward?
Well, I would just say, as a graduate of Harvard, who's an American, that in fact, we have seen, and not just recently, but there are some investors who are present. Copernicus, which was based in Poland, has for a very long time had a significant presence in that part of the world. It's also fair to say that very recently La Fontana, which is a Romanian-based company, Inno put money into it, in part I think because they have opened a quite large operation in Serbia. We ourselves are representing Asseco and buying two companies in Serbia. That's publicly announced. So I think what's happening is that there is more and more private equity capital that is looking at that part of the world. Combined, I think that there's a population of about 20 million people in the former Yugoslav Republic. Our experience is that we also sold an outdoor advertising company there on behalf of Innova. That was almost 4 years ago. And in that process, we did see, 4 years ago, there did seem to be more barriers to getting business done. There's a quite different outdoor advertising market in Serbia compared to Croatia. And I think at the moment, however, you can see more and more private equity guys looking at that as an integrated region, as a place where they can develop large business plans and models.
Great, thanks. The investors, is Intel looking?
To confirm what Edward was saying, what I can tell you is that we are looking at the region as a whole, and I'm personally responsible for the entire region. So this includes Romania, Bulgaria, and all the countries of former Yugoslavia. There are, in my opinion, significant differences between the different countries, Slovenia and Serbia, Serbia and Croatia, and so on. But taking this into account, what we are having a global view on the region, meaning that we are ready to support companies throughout the region to expand internationally, and we have a very active program and a very active company building effort, which is one of the structured activities being an Intel Technology Days, in which we take companies from the region and we put them in front of our largest customers, corporate customers. For example, we organize Intel Technology Day with Telia Sonera, with BMW, with Ericsson, and we put these entrepreneurs, local entrepreneurs, in front of the decision makers. So that's why I'm saying that